Namaste viewers, welcome to Degula channel. In today's video, we will see the Pancharatra tradition. Let us see some details of Pancharatra tradition. Pancharatra tradition is rooted in the Hinduism, rich tapestry of Hinduism. So, Pancharatra tradition encompasses the whole lot of profound theological insights and very elaborate ritualistic practices of various nature, of various different practices aimed at the elevation of one's spiritual progress and a kind of divine communion, connect to the divine. Now, the core of this tradition are Panchakala. Pancha means five, Kala means observances, or you can say ideas. Five observances which the devotees, which a believer in this Pancharatra tradition very diligently, very meticulously practice each day. Panchakala. Now, these Panchakala observances, they include ablution. Ablution is nothing but snana, avabhruta snana, or what we call it, very divine ablutions, and morning prayers. The next is collection of worship materials. You'll have to collect a lot of materials, to do the puja, to Shodshopchar puja, Panchopchar, or whatever puja you do, you'll have to collect some materials, flowers, fruits, then arishina, kumkum, betel nuts, betel leaves, varieties of garlands and flowers, then panchamritas. All these kinds, you'll have to collect. This is collection of worship materials. Worship the deity. The deity might be in the temple or it might be at home also. Worship with offerings in a specific order. In a specific order, offerings. Then you have to daily study the scriptures, Pancharatra scriptures and other things, and yoga and meditation. These are all the things that one has to do. Observe. Take bath in the morning, then collect all worship materials, and then do all pujas and all those things. Through these practices, people who adhere to seek, they seek to cultivate a deeper connection with the divine and attain spiritual enlightenment. This is to be experienced. You will get into a higher state of happiness. You will get into a mode of much higher happiness than what you derive from the worldly happiness, worldly materials. You may eat well, you may drink well, all those kinds of things, This, what do you call, the happiness is much, much higher than all these things. Now, at the core of the Pancharatra tradition, the theology of divine manifestation. This is important. Theology is divine manifestation which elucidates the process by which which tells about the process by which Vishnu or Narayana emerged into empirical reality. Ultimately, Vishnu, that is the Brahma, that is the ultimate. From there, this Narayana emerged into all kinds of empirical, what we see around, this reality and human existence, the existence of human. According to this theology, understanding this process can facilitate a reverse journey. See, now from Vishnu manifestations and all those things, we have come this way. If you reverse the journey, if you go in this way, it leads to individuals from the empirical to the abstract realms of consciousness. The idea is, from Narayana, everything is derived in a certain way. And then we are here. We are at this point. If you reverse this way, if you reverse the process this way, we can reach to the Narayana. By accessing the immanent Vāsudeva-Krishna through spiritual practice, how we can reach? It is through spiritual practices. These practitioners aim to achieve salvific liberation. That means complete liberation, salvation. We call it a salvation or liberation, or moksha, from the cycle of birth and death. So these agamas also acknowledge that the root cause for our unhappiness is cycle of birth and death. But how to get back, how to escape from death, this cycle of birth and death? It is through practicing. That spiritual practice, you can reverse this and then go and reach the Vishnu-Narayana moksha. That is the that is the theological insight, theological angle. Now, this Vaishnava temples, Vishnu temples, dedicated to Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu, Lord, and artistic expressions in the temples since the Gupta Empire, Guptan period or much earlier also, they have sought to embody and convey the essence of Pancharatra teachings in their murtis, in their all kinds of sculptures, all those things. It is through intricate iconography and architectural symbolism, these temples served as sacred spaces. See, all these iconography, idols, and all those things outside the main deity, main murti inside, and all surrounding in the temples, all walls and all those things, These temples serve as sacred places, sacred spaces, where the devotees, where one who wants to reach that moksha, can experience the divine presence. It is only through experience. It is you can experience it. As one traverses the sanctified precincts of these temples, these are very sanctified, very like no ill feelings, no ill clean, all those kinds of things. When you move through all these sacrificed precincts of these temples, they come across murtis of Vasudeva, representations of Vasudeva, and the successive vyuhas symbolizing the orderly emanations of the divine. Vyuha is It's a symbol of orderly emanation. Integral to the Pancharatra tradition are its sacred texts known as Pancharatra Samhitas, which constitute the Agama texts of Vaishnavism. These texts not only expound theological doctrines but also provide detailed guidelines for certain things like temple construction, how a ritual is to be performed, and worship procedures. After all, standardization is the way of life. So, in the temple worship or worship of God also, the standardized procedures, guidelines are detailed. Many Pancharatra texts have been lost over time because no robust system was prevalent in preserving, by writing, by all those kinds of things were not there. So many of the procedures, Pancharatra texts, which were procedures, have been lost over time. But many have survived. They offer invaluable insights into Vaishnava spirituality and religious practice. Among the surviving Pancharatra texts are the Shashwata Samhita, which tells on divine manifestations and worship methodology, and the Ahirbudhya Samhita. Shashwata is one, and then Ahirbudhya Samhita, which delves into philosophy, rituals, and alphabet symbolism. It is very much prevalent in Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism, like Omkara. Om itself, will it conveys lot of meaning. Shrikara, Shri. Like this, all these kinds of alphabetical symbolism. This Ahirbudhya Samhita speaks of. There is one more called as Padma Samhita. It describes the Panchakala practices. And there is one Paushkara Samhita. Paushkara Samhita focuses on iconography, worship, and festivals. How a festival is to be celebrated, how a deity is to be worshipped, and all those kinds of things. There are other notable texts which include the Maha Sanat Kumara Samhita, Ishwara Samhita, Valmiki Samhita. Each they contribute to the comprehensive, you can call tapestry of Vaishnava theology and spirituality. It's a very, very vast subject. Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism, even with many, many lives, one cannot understand it, one cannot go through that. Such is the vastness of the Sanatana Dharma, such is the vastness of Hinduism. So many, it is in different angles, different types of people, different people perceive it in different ways. Each in his own way, he tries to reach to the divine, tries to connect himself to the divine. So now viewers, in essence, the Pancharatra tradition stands as a testament to the enduring quest for divine communion and spiritual realization within Hinduism. It is through its profound insights, elaborate rituals, and sacred texts which have codified, which have written down, it continues to inspire many countless people, countless devotees, and their spiritual journey towards what is the ultimate journey, ultimate goal is towards liberation and enlightenment. Viewers, with this explanation on the Pancharatra tradition and the Panchakala, 5 observances, Panchakala, sorry, and Panchakala, the 5 observances, and the spiritual practices, the intricate iconography, architectural symbolism of temples, sacred spaces, all these things, we conclude this video. We request you to please like, share, and then subscribe to our channel. We are doing an earnest attempt to bring all these facts, bring all these traditions, bring all the knowledge, wisdom that was available through videos in a very most modest way. Please appreciate our efforts. It will be a great incentive to us to do more and more videos on this Sanatana Dharma. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe.